Recording in progress.
Okay, Andy. So, good morning, everyone. So, online friends, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. So, the last class I started a references concept. I started today. I must give a clarity in it. So, what is happening? I must give a clarity. Okay, look here. We started one concept known as relations in Java, the process of interlinking programming components. Maybe you are interlinking classes or maybe you are interlinking objects. The process of interlinking programming components is known as a relation. So the relations in Java are categorized into three types. One is references concept, one is inheritance concept, one is inner classes concept. So we are trying to understand the first one, references anyway. The process in which one object holding the reference of another object is known as references concept. Yesterday I took one program anyway. After drawing the diagram for this program, I'll read these notes once again. You will understand. Okay, right. Can I start one small diagram? Right. Yesterday, one object holding reference of another object. So I took one small rough diagram I took here yesterday. C1, C2, something I taken. Right. One C1 class is there, C2 class is there. Now C1 method M1 want to use B. For that, we interlinked two objects. How the link is established, let me show one diagrammatical form for it. So today's class starts with one diagram. Execution flow of above program. Here, demonstrating references concept. Demonstrating references concept. Sir, how many class files available in this program? How many class files available? See that. Sir, in this program now, references application 1. So 3.class files. One is C1.class file, C2.class file, demo reference 1.class file. So C1.class file, C2.class file. Here demo reference 1 class file. This is one main class anyway. So I'm drawing one diagram how they are interlinked. You're going to observe it. Here, reference application 1. References application 1. This is one source code. One source code. After compilation, here 3 dot class files will come. 3 dot class files will come. After compilation process, 3 dot class files will come. This is the byte code. You had it. You can call it as compiled code, you can say. We are executing the main class only, will execute. We are sending the main class only for class loader subsystem. For class loader subsystem, we are loading. Now in the class loader subsystem, we will send the main class only, generally. The main class only. Java demo reference 1. Because of this reason, whenever you want to run it, open the main class. What is the statement we are making? Open the main class and run it. Open the main class and run means you are loading the main class. That's the meaning of it. Here, auto execution means directly Java command and all interlinked and the answer will come. So whenever I load it now, main class will be loaded to method area. I'm drawing one complete diagram after a long time. So method area where classes are loaded. Heap area where objects are created. Java stack area where methods are executed. So this is method area. So this is heap area. This is Java stack area. Where the main class is coming and loading here. The main class is coming and loading. The main class is demo reference 1. The main class will come. This main method will come for execution. This main method coming for execution. Where execution engine is there. This main method first line, creating object for C1, not for C2. Have you observed this point? I am creating object for C1, not for C2. Okay, right. So I am creating object for C1. C1 OB1 equal to new C1. Now create object for C1. Now your class loader subsystem will load C1. So C1 class will be loaded, not C2 class. C1 class only loaded. The C1 class is loaded. Okay, right. Sir, C1 class is loaded. This is C1 class. C1 one class. One class. C1 class loaded. In that C1, what is available? Two variables available. Have you observed this point now, right? One variable is A, one variable is OB2. This variable is primitive. This variable is non-primitive. So A. Sir, this is one instance variable, memory not available here. OB2. OB2 also one variable only, no. Memory not available here. And M1, one method, memory not available here. Once the loading has been completed, object creation starts. Once the loading has been completed, object creation starts. Object creation started. Object creation started. While object creation, instance members has to get the memory. Now, A has to get the memory. Yes or no? Na? A has to get the memory. A got some memory. You know already, 4 bytes memory. A got the memory. That is 4 bytes memory. Now, A is having one value. What is the value of A now? 10. So, in this memory, 10 will come. A is equal to 10. Always I am writing like this, no? A is equal to 10. Means that memory name is A, value 10. After that, OB2 has to get the memory. Sir, how much memory for OB2? So it is a non-primitive data type variable. Defined memory will not be there for it. Like byte, short, not be there. So this OB2 came now. OB2 is what now? C2 OB2 is equal to. Yes or no? Na? C2 OB2 is equal to. Here value should come or address should come. Here address should come or not now. So what is the here now? New C2 is available. So what happened now? Sir, first here OB2 got the memory. Some memory. Not the memory. Now that C2 OB2 must be loaded with one address. Now A loaded with 10. The same way OB2 must be loaded with one reference. Whenever you want to load with a reference, we have to create an object. Yes or no? Na? You have to create object for whom now? New C test must be executed. Whenever I want to execute a new C test, create object for C test 2. Sorry, create object for C2. Whenever you want to create object for C2, the loader will load that C2. Now loader is loading the C2 or not now? Why it is loading C2? Sir, OB2 must be loaded with address. For that address, it has to load C2, it has to create object and load the address. It is loading the C2. So C2 is being loaded here. C2 is one class loaded here. So while class loading, static members will get the memories. So here one variable B is there, one method M2 is there. Sir, AB is there. No. Object must be created. Object must be created. While object creation, instance members has to get the memories. Now B will get the memory. B is having a value no 20 will come. Now B got the memory. Now the number for it is 3. What is the number for it now? 3. Now M2 will get the memory. Void M2 get the memory. Now, once object creation completed, that address is loaded here. OB2 assigned with the address. Have you understood this? Says or no to me? That is loaded to here. This loaded with number 5. Now, one object holding reference of another object, not only references. Now, after OB2 completed means what? OB2 holding the address of C2 object. Now, this object holding reference of this object. After that, you'll get the memory for M1. Void M1. You get the memory. Now M1 will get the memory. So this is one object and this is one object. Now you understood the two objects now, right? One object holding reference of another object. Now, once the object creation completed, this address. Right. All of understood this diagram, says or no to me, right? Why I drawn the diagram means to educate you. While I am creating object for C1, C2 object is created. I am creating object for C1, but internally C2 object is created. C2 object reference available in C1. Now, who can access? Now, which method can access which variable? Sir, here M1 using the address of C2, it can access P or not? Yes or no? Now M1 can access P. Our target, that only know yesterday's target. M1 should access B or not now. So how it is accessing now? There is a relation between objects. I interlinked two objects. But here, M2 cannot access A. Yes or no? M2 cannot access A because this object not holding address of this, but this object is holding the address of this. That only advantage. I made a statement here. The members of one object can access the members of another object because the object holding reference of another object. Address is here only, it can access. That is a major advantage of references. References major concept is you can travel from one object to another object, you can travel. Not only concept. Now, see there I am running, you will understand. So this is the link here. After this one now, in the main class, OB1.M1, I am calling. OB1, OB1.M1, I am calling. OB1.M1, I am calling. I am calling OB1.M1, I am calling. This M1 method is coming out for execution. So M1 method is coming. void M1. This M1 method coming. Now, this M1 method is printing A OB2 dot B. Sorry, it is printing system dot out println A, system dot out println OB2 dot B. This output are not now, right? So A means directly this M1 can access this object. Yes or no? Na? This M1 came from here, it can access A. Issue not there. But how it is accessing B now? Sir, this M1 came from here. Here B available or not now here? So, sorry. It is here OB2 available or not now here? OB2 available. Using that OB2, from OB2, control will go here and access. We are traveling now. We are traveling from one object to another object. We are traveling. So M1 can display P also using that address. So output is coming. A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. Once execution completed, over. Now I am calling the method. M2 method. How I am calling M2 now? M2 belongs to OB2. OB2 belongs to OB1. I am writing. So here OB1 dot OB2 dot M2 means I want to call M2. M2 belongs to OB2. OB2 belongs to OB1 means go to OB1 first. OB1 OB2 correct only, no? Right. Go to OB1. OB1 means what now? 0x2. Go to 0x2. Find OB2. OB2 available here or not now? From OB2, find M2 means finally this M2 will come. Of course, by searching it will go there and M2 will come. So M2 is coming out. Void M2. Here only one is there, no? System dot out println B. Only B is there. B output will come. So B is equal to 20. Not destroyed. Hope you understood the concept. All of you understood reference concept, right? This is a diagram presenting as a document to you, giving information. One object can hold reference of another object. All of you got it, right? Here, one object name is internal object. One object name is outer object. And you can say inner object. External and internal. You can say external object is OB1. Internal object is OB2. That's the point. Hope you understood the concept, right? So this is the diagram. Watch it. Where OB1 is holding reference of OB2 in the diagram. Okay, right? This is demo diagram and introduction diagram. Now, types of references. Make a siding. Types of references. References. references are categorized into two types. References are categorized into two types. One, tightly coupled references, loosely coupled tightly coupled references and loosely coupled references. Tightly coupled references and loosely coupled references. Here, tightly coupled reference means this diagram only. See there once. Now in this diagram, this C2 object is available to C1, means the object available to only one object. That's called tightly coupled. The object available to only one object. That's called tightly coupled. If that object available to more than one object, the same object available to more than one object, meaning is the object reference available in more than one object, that is loosely coupled. So now it is tightly coupled references. Make it tightly coupled reference. The concept in which the object reference is available to only one object, is known as tightly coupled references. The concept in which the object reference is available to one object only, available to only one object, is known as tightly coupled references. Right. So one more information here. In tightly coupled references, the internal object, you can say referred object, other name is referred, means from this object we are referring another object, no? Right. We call it as referred object. In tightly coupled reference, the referred object is created while creating object for outer, object for outer class. Here outer class is C1, your referred class is C2. C2 we call it as referred class, C1 we call it as outer class. When we are creating object for outer class, referred class object is created. Understood the statement? Now here also I am creating object for C1, C2 object created. C2 object is tightly coupled. Make a statement. Second point. In tightly coupled references, the referred objects are created while creating while creating objects for outer class. While creating object for outer class. Here C1 is outer class. Here C2 is referred class. Referred class, you can say. So while creating object for C1, C2 object created. Have you observed that now? While creating object for C1, C2 object created. So C2 object is tightly coupled. That's the meaning actually. In tightly coupled references, the referred objects are created while creating objects for outer class. This is outer class C1. While creating object for C1, C2 object is created. So the concept is tightly coupled. Here, example above program. That above program comes under that concept. Loosely coupled references. The concept in which the referred object is available to more number of objects. More number of objects. The concept in which the referred object is available to more number of objects is known as loosely coupled references. Loosely coupled references. The referred object will be available to more than one object. Means more number of objects will use that object reference. So here, referred objects are created independently without depending on outer class objects. They will not depend upon outer class objects. They are independent. So in loosely coupled references, the referred objects are created independently without depending on outer class object creations. In loosely coupled references, the referred objects are created independently without depending on outer class object creations. They will not depend upon outer class object creations. For this, one example program I'll take now. It. Right. Now look here. I'll take one class here. Second program I'm writing, references application 2. references, application to, I am writing. Under these references, I am taking two packages. Package P1 and package P2. Under P1, I am taking one class as book details. I am taking one class as book details. I am taking. In this book details, I am taking one code. I am taking one name. I am taking one author. I'll take one price. I'll take one quantity. I'll use one method for display. Get book details. We are displaying the book details. Book details. So system.out.println book code, the sync code, name, price, quantity, book name, price. Like this. This is common program you written up to now, one subclass. So code name, what is missing? Other. Book other. Right, look here. Now, I am taking one class. Under P1, I am taking one class. Read book details, one class. Read book details, one class. I'll take one more class. Display book details, one more class. Take. So read book details, display book details I am taking. In read book details, here, I am taking two variables I will take. So public book details, some BD I will take. One variable I am taking. Okay, right. I'll take one more variable, public scanner S. This also one class only. This class coming from the library, no? You must take one now. Import java.util. Like this. Sir, this is one variable, this is one variable. Now, public void read. Here, read one method is there. Using this method, we have to read the data. From the keyboard, we have to read the data. Right. Now, the concept is, sir, where is the book details object? Where is the scanner object? Object means this one, no? Yes or no, na? Sir, this is scanner object. This is scanner. If I create like this, it's tightly coupled. If I write like this, it's tightly coupled. I don't want tightly coupled. I want loosely coupled. So why I mean loosely coupled? What I'm doing now, these two objects I'll keep in the main class. Under P2, I'll take one class, demo reference 2, I'm taking. This is main class. Import java.util daily. Import p1.star. Anyway. Here I am creating scanner. Scanner S is equal to new scanner of system.in. Here, book details. Book details BD is equal to new book details. The two objects are created, no? Yes or no? Na? Now, when these two objects are created, these two objects must be passed to here. The addresses must come here. For that, what I will do? Create object for read book details. Create object for read. Read book details. RBD is equal to read book details. Read book details. Now, while I am creating object here, this is constructor call. Yes or no? Na? Suppose whenever you call a constructor, if constructor not there, default constructor will come. You know the theory. While object creation, I am passing yes and BD. I am passing this yes and BD as parameter. I am passing. Sir, can we pass parameter? Yes, they are variables only, no. Yes or no? Na? So S is one variable, BD is one variable, we are passing. Now, sir, this constructor must be there, no, sir? Yes. This constructor must be here. Here you must write one constructor. Read book details. Read book details. What object you are getting now? Scanner, yes. One more is what now? Book details, PD. Like your int, char, float, they are also variables. If instance variable, local variable, same namespace, you must use what keyword now? This dot yes is equal to yes. This dot PD is equal to PD. Means object created there, objects came here. Now we brought the object references here. Now anyway, object reference is here, no? You can read it. System.out.println. Enter the book code. You can enter. Whenever you enter a book code, you can read it, no? How will read it now? Yes dot next line. Because S is here only, no? Yes or no? Na? This address came from main class. From main class, the address came here. I'm going to show in the diagram. Address created in the main class as a parameter, it came here. So it will load the data. Where it should load now? Sir, book details object available here only, no? I don't know. BD dot code. All of you understood this line, says or no to me? So loading the data to object of your book details. This is repeated. Enter the book name. Now BD dot name is equal to S dot next line. Book author BD dot author is equal to S dot next line. Book price. Sir, BD dot price is equal to S dot next float. Book quantity. Now BD dot quantity is equal to S dot next int. So like this, we are reading the data. The read method, reading the data and loading the data to object. You can load the data to object by using reference variable pd dot code and so on. Now the same way, display book details. Display book details also one variable. Variable is book details BD. Again, you have to use constructor here. Display book details BD. Same variable name, it's what now? This dot BD is equal to BD. Now here, public void display. You have to display. Already BD came here now. BD dot get book details. What you observed here now? Sir, book details object available to two classes. Read book details, display book details. The address available to two. When the address available to two, that is loosely coupled. Anyway, now go to main class. Here, display book details DBD is equal to new display book details of PD. You are passing the PD. So constructor call. Now see, BD you are passing here. BD you are passing here. Means what? This address available to two objects. Loosely coupled. Now you can call it RBD dot read and DBD dot display. Now see, answer will come. Open the main class and run it. Book code CS111. C language Balaguru Swami. Price 1500. Quantity 15. Answer is coming or not now? But internally, I made one object concept program already there, this kind of program. But your concept is I made one object available to more than one object. That I'll explain now. Code I written because code pattern is changing. So confusions will come. So P1, I took book details dot Java. Under P1, I took read book details dot Java. Under P1, display book details dot Java. P2, demo reference to dot Java. This is one main class and this is the output. output. Right. Can I explain it now? Right. See there. So diagram very big. Anyway, I'll draw it anyway, because I must show that how that object is available to more than one object. This concept available in the Spring to you. Constructor injection process. Spring, whenever you want to learn a Spring framework, the first module uses Spring Core. The first module, Spring Core. Second module is Spring MVC, Spring JDBC, Spring Security. The Spring Core first module is this one only. First model, this one only. One object available to more than one object. So, Spring Core, that only core Java concept. Now, execution flow of above program. Here demonstrating loosely coupled reference. Demonstrating loosely coupled references. So class files anyway. So class files will be book details dot Java, read book details dot Java, not Java, class. Display book details dot class file, demo reference to dot class file. This is main class. Right. Look here. So first diagram I drawn completely. This one I'll draw overall. I'll draw it. Rough diagram I'll draw. See that. Method area where classes are loaded. Heap area where objects are created. Java stack area where methods are executed. So today the classes will be loaded very high. More number of classes and almost 3-4 objects are coming. So methods also coming. I am keeping them open. I'll load them and come. Okay, for understanding purpose. Okay. So method area, heap area, Java stack area. So anyway, main class will come. We are not showing the main class. We are showing the main method directly. Okay, right. So the main method will come for execution. Sir, main method will come for execution. This is main method. So in this main method, scanner S is equal to new scanner. Okay, right. So scanner S is equal to new scanner. Sir, new scanner means one object created. Sir, scanner class object, scanner class loaded from the library, scanner class loaded from the library, scanner class loaded. Scanner class will have many methods. Next byte, dot, 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 like this. Many methods will be there. And the scanner class object created. Scanner class object created. The scanner class object, you know already. The scanner class object internally connected to one console. Yes or no? Na? Internally connected to one console. One operating system buffer. It connects to one operating system buffer from where the console input will come. Where the console input will come. Console input. Console input means keyboard input. Now, this is connected like this. Like this. Now, here methods will come. Next byte method, next int method, and so on. Like this. So dot, dot, dot. Like this. Now this address available on yes. This is available on yes or not? Yes or no? Na? Right. Available on yes means S is holding 0x2. S is holding the address or not now, right? So S is one variable holding address. That is scanner class object. After scanner class object creation completed, book details object. Now, book details object. Book details. BD is equal to new book details means book details class will be loaded. Book details class is loaded. Where book details is having code, name, author, price, and quantity. Get book details. So these are the members available here. So all are non-static. So object created. One object created. 0x3, one object created. Where code will come. Name will come. Author will come. price will come, quantity will come, and get book details will come. Here code is equal to null, data not there. Yes or no? Na? So default value, name is equal to null, author is equal to null, price is equal to float 0.0, and quantity is equal to 0. Here void get book details, one method. So like this, the object is created. You are understanding that I'm not giving any numbers, but you're understanding, right? Okay. Sir, this address available on BD. This address available on BD. Available on BD. So BD is holding the address 0x3. All of it clear? S is holding one address. Book details, BD is holding one address. Two objects are created. Okay, right. Now I am creating third object. The third object now, read book details, RBD is equal to new read book details of S comma BD. So here, read book details BD. Read book details BD. RBD, no? Right. RBD. Where is that? Right. Read book details RBD is equal to. Now object must be created, no? Yes or no? Na? So object created. While object creation, you are passing S and BD as parameters. S means what now? Non-primitive data type variable. BD is a non-primitive data type variable. Non-primitive data type variables will hold addresses. So you are passing address. What address now? 0x2, 0x3. You are passing parameter to constructor. Yes or no? Na? You know the constructor definition. Constructors are used to initialize instance variables while object creation. If not, we can load the data to object using constructor while object creation. So you are creating object for read book details object creation. See there. So read book details will come. Read book details is coming. The class read book details. Read book details, one class. What is available in read book details? Sir, in read book details class, this class, variable is there, no here? Yes, variable is there, sir. One variable is what now? PD variable is there, sir. PD variable is there, sir. Next, what now? One constructor is there. Yes or no? Na? One constructor is there now. Sir, one constructor. Just I am writing constructor. One constructor is there. One constructor is there. Next one method is there, no? Read method is there. Now, they are all instances. Now, once loading completed, sir, object created. One object created. one object creation started. While object creation, S has to get the memory. Yes or no na? Sir, S has to get the memory. Sir, this is scanner. S is equal to. First one null value will come. I am not writing null value. Okay, right. Sir, this will come. Now, BD. Book details BD. Sir, book details BD is equal to. Okay, right. This is coming. Now, constructor will come. You know the behavior of constructor, no? Yes or no, na? The constructor will go for execution. Diagram is there, no? Louder I want. Yes or no, na? Because again I cannot draw, no? That visual should come. So constructor executes. The second diagram I drawn in your book. Every day you should remember my notes. Core Java class is not independent classes. They are linked. Till the ending, each class will be linked. If anybody misses the class for 10 sessions, they will not understand Core Java. Not possible. Because link will be there. All classes linked only. Subject no. Subject means single subject it is. So links will be there. Core Java, first quality is regular. Whether you are understanding or not, regular must be there. Regularity not there means some topics will be missed. Here, today, you should imagine the flow of constructor. Diagram number 2. So it loads the data to object. I only drawn the diagram. So this constructor will load the data to object. Which data now? So the constructor is taking S and BD. So what is S here now? S means 0x2. What is BD now? 0x3. The data will come here now. 0x2. They'll come and load here now. 0x2. And what is this one now? 0x3. The constructor will load it. Now, that object is holding these two object references or not now. But what you observed here now? Sir, these two objects created independently. They are not depending upon that object creation. So they created independently now. So the constructor loaded the data. Once constructor loading the data completed, now method will come. What method now? Read method. So void read method will come. Read method. So this is your object. Read method will come. Now, this address available on RBD. Available on RBD. Now the RBD is holding 0x4. Have you understood up to now? Say yes or no to me. Right. Now RBD holding two references. One is scanner object reference. One is book details object reference. The two objects came here. But here, the referred objects are not created while outer class object creation. They created independently already. Right. This is read book details. Now, what is the next line now? Next line is what now? Display book details DVD. Same concept now here. So, display book details. Display book details. Display book details. DBD is equal to one object should come. Sir, create object. Display book details. Display book details. Class is loaded. Display book details class is loaded. display book details class is loaded. So what display book details class is there now? Display book details is having one variable PD, one variable PD, and one constructor to load the data. And one method is nothing but to display. So they are all instances. Now object must be created, sir. Here object created. So 0x5 object created. While object creation BD will get the memory. So book details PD is equal to now the constructor will come out. You know the theory of constructor. Constructor will load the data to BD. So what data now, sir? In the main class, this constructor is taking BD. So BD means one address. What is the BD address here now? Sir, BD address is 0x3. So it takes 0x3 and load here. 0x3 and load here. After that, one method display. Method display. Void display. One method. Now, this address available DVD. DBD is equal to 0x5. These are the objects. Now, so this is one object. Now, this is one object. Now, this is one object. If you observe this diagram, see there, method area where classes are loaded, heap area where objects are created. How many objects created? 4 objects. Yes or no? Now, right. Now, read book details object, display book details object, both are holding the reference of book details. One object available to more number of objects is known as loosely coupled reference. Now, book details available to 2 objects. Read book details object is holding the address. Display book details also holding the address. If address available to more than one, loosely coupled. If address available to only one object, that is tightly coupled. I've understood that concept now. Now see, whenever I call the method, you will understand. So after this binding, I draw in the all address forms. So all address forms. This address visual is diagram visual is very important, and because all object visuals needed actually. Object visuals will play a role. Now, to motivate you, 1 minute. Just now 7:15 batch I cover no. Before you are coming, I left one batch no. That batch people today, they are running arrays. Arrays concept is going on for them. 7:15 batch. 7:15. Where is 7:15? They are running arrays concept is going on. This is today's diagram. The references concept only. Can you see 0x2? That 0x2 is holding 3 addresses. I observe this. That 0x3, 0x4. That 0x2 will be available here. 0x6 holding this one or not now? I observed, means they are all references only. In the future, all references only will be there. Primitives not there. Object-oriented programmer you are. Object-oriented programmer, visual is object. Your object visual should come, not values. Slowly values will go. All values will be in the form of objects only. This is array and Java array, not C language array. If anybody knows C language array, forget them. Because that array different, this array different. This is Java array. Array visual, that is. I started changing the mindset of students. How to visualize array. Nothing but references. We are in the ground level. Ground level means we are practicing the visual here. If I take 2 objects, how I should visual them? The work is going on for that. Further diagram, 2 diagrams I drawn here. But in the second diagram, what happened now? 1 object available to more than 1 object. So whenever I call it, this one, rbd.read, I'll call it. rbd.read, I'll call it. rbd.read, I will call it. So I'm calling one read method. This read method, I'll call from here. I'm calling this read method, no? This read method. This read method will come out. This read method will come out. Void read. Now, when this read method came from here, the read method can access yes, can access PD. Yes or no, na? Louder. I'm trying something because I'm giving this much of time. I'm giving it. Almost one session. One session I'm giving. The reason, total references only. In the future, because Java is hard and why students will say Java is hard means not working, sir. Java will be hard when mind not functioning. Java needs that much of visual integrations needed. Java power end. Because students will run away. Not needed, sir. Java. My brother said very hard. My uncle said very hard. Because visual not coming. If anybody says Java hard means his mind not working. That visual should come. Because the students will be habituated for testing UI. Where easy is there, they'll go. Where mind usage is less, they'll go. Java needs high utilization of visuals. That many objects we are going to link. So here also, see there. Already notes is there. Instance method can access instance variables directly. Instance method can access object variable directly. Now read method can access yes. Read method can access BD. Means what? Read method can access 2 objects. That is the concept. Understand? So one object is scanner object. In scanner object, next byte, next long is there. It can access. It can access BD. BD means what? I can access code. I can access name. I can access other. Because BD is with me only, no. BD not go. BD dot name, BD dot price. It can access or not now. That only read method can access two objects. That only coding here. Sir, this read book details, read method can access. Yes, read method can access BD. Now we understood this. Says or no to me. Right. Now what happened now? From this dot from here. I cannot draw completely anyway. Here dot from here, the data will be updated. From here, from this read method, the data will be updated to this object. The data will come from input and update here. Input means from scanner it is coming or not now. The data is updated. Here updated. Here code some CS11. You cannot see that, but I am writing C language. And other is Bala Guru Swami. Price is some 1200. Quantity is 12. Roughly I loaded there. Data updated in the object, no? Right. Once the data updated in the object now, it destroys. After destroying, we are calling one more method. What is one more method now? In the main class, sir, dbd dot display. I am calling. dbd dot display. So I am calling one display method, I will call it. So place not there, but even then I'll draw. From here, display method I'll go. I am calling one display method. This display method should come out now, right? So this display method will come out. Just I want to show from where that method is coming. If you know from where the method is coming, you can understand what it can access. Now, this display method can access BD, no? So BD means what now? Book details. So it takes the book details and display. It takes that book details and display. So one method of one class loading the data, method of another class displaying the data. So two methods from two different objects accessing same object. So one object available to more than one object. That only loosely coupled. All of you understood the concept? Says or no to me? Right. So if one object available to more than one object, that concept we call it as loosely coupled. Two diagrams available here. One is basic diagram. What is the references? Here, that is tightly coupled. This is loosely coupled. Understood the concept, right? So today I'll add these diagrams to you. Just understand the concept and come. Tomorrow I'll repeat it. I'll give an assignment to you. Tomorrow Saturday, no online, offline only. No online class. Generally, I connected two onlines to you. Generally, the reason after Dasara, strength not there. So that Saturday I took a break. Do you remember? Right. Last also that holiday flavor is there. So for me also holiday flavor only. So I took a online. That's the reason. Online will not be there. Offline only. The two cases are exceptional cases. Understood that? It means on that day Dasara flavor is there. Last week that Diwali flavor. Now no flavor. Right? No online. Offline only. Got it right? Tomorrow offline class only. So tomorrow's class is revision on references. One assignment will be given. So tomorrow repetition, I'm not writing solutions, I'm not writing. Two solutions are pending. Do you remember? That for loop, nested loop, pending, I can remember it. I'm not writing. I'm going for inheritance. I'm entering. So next week I'll give the time. Understood? Right. So we are entering into inheritance. We have to enter it because advanced Java batch is coming. You have to enter it. So next concept we are entering tomorrow. Immediately after explanation, one assignment, two solutions are pending. We are keeping going forward for inheritance. We are going forward. Notes will come. One program will come. The diagram will be on Monday. We are going forward. Okay, right. Take a break. I'll upload the notes in 5 minutes. Thank you very much for today. A is static variable. Package